Have you ever wondered what you should do before you actually start doing the bookkeeping? Well, welcome to my channel. My name is Malin Havefjell, and today I'm going to answer that question. And I will give you my best 3 tips on how to prepare yourself before you start with the accounting. And number 1, or actually the one before number 1, is to check what type of bookkeeping method you had registered at the tax agency. Is it the cash method, or is it the invoice method, or the accrual method? I think the correct English word is. You who follow me on this channel is probably a small company, so I guess that you have chosen the cash method because that is the easiest way of doing bookkeeping. So in this video, I will talk around that method. So the first thing that you should do is to go to your bank account, your company's bank account, and I recommend that you have a specific bank account for your company. If you run a limited company, you must have a specific bank account that is connected to your company. If you run a sole trader, if you're a sole trader, then there is no rule saying that you must have a specific bank account for a company, but the bookkeeping will be so much easier if you have one dedicated bank account for your company. And the reason is this, because now when you are going to do your bookkeeping, you go to your bank account, you sign in there at your bank, you print the list of all transactions for the period that you now are going to record in your bookkeeping. So you have this list, and now you have a to-do list. You can actually give yourself, okay, what should I do now? Yeah, so here you have it. Since you have purchased all the things you have purchased, you have taken the money from this bank account, and when you have received money from your clients, customers, they have the money from them have received on this bank account. So now you know all transactions, all the incomes, all the costs, everything that you need to record in your bookkeeping is in this bank account. So now we go to step number 2. We have the list. We know all these transactions must be recorded in our bookkeeping. And each transaction must have a connected document. Something that explain, something that prove what you have purchased or what you have sold, or if you have lent out money to your company. So if we see on this bank account that you have received money, then we need to have a document explaining why you received this money. Maybe you lent this money out to your bank, to your company, and depending on if you run a sole trader or a limited company, then you handle the type of document is different there. But we need to have some kind of proof that you had lent this money out. Otherwise, this will be considered an income that you need to be taxed on, and we also need to know how to handle the VAT. But if this was actually something that you have sold, then we need to have a copy of the receipt or the invoice that you gave to your customer. And on that one, we need to see, okay, what did you sell and how did you handle the VAT? So then we know how to record this in the bookkeeping. So that one we need to save. So we take that document, we put that in our pile of documents or in our folder on the computer or upload it to the bookkeeping. But as long as you know that each transaction has a supporting document. That is the important thing here, that prove why this transaction has taken place, because that is the basic, the foundation of the bookkeeping. So you need to collect all those. And also if you have purchased something, then we have you have withdrawn money from your bank account, then we need to find, okay, what did I purchase? Yeah, you have the receipt from your supplier or you have the invoice. So then take that and save that in your bookkeeping so we can see that, yes, now I have found that. So for all these transactions, we need to have a supporting document. And all this is something that you need to prepare before you even can start doing your bookkeeping. It's easy to think that, yeah, now I will do my bookkeeping, and you just head over to your accounting software and then think that you can start. Now, you need to have this prepared first. So you need to know that you actually have all this documentation. And you can, if you want to, make a quick thing there and maybe connect your bank account to your software, and then you have that list already in the software, but you still need to find all those documents. So this is a good thing when you do the bookkeeping according to the cash method, that you can just simply follow your transaction list. Good. So that was only 2. Transaction list from your bank account and finding all the supporting documents. So what is the third tip from me? Well, that is to give yourself time. Make sure that you have time in your schedule to do the bookkeeping, so that it wouldn't be stressed for you when you sit there. Because when we feel stressed, or we feel like anxiety, maybe even for this doing the accounting, then you will probably make some mistakes. So plan time, make time in your schedule, decide, okay, now I have this day, depending on how many transactions there are and how much time you need, or just a half day, whatever. Just make sure that you have the time in your calendar, so you will not like, I do that later, I will find the time. No, give yourself the time. You will be so happy for doing so to yourself. And also, because when you are not stressed about it, you will be able to actually learn and understand what the bookkeeping can give you in return. Because the bookkeeping is the best tool for you who run a company to understand how your company is working and how to steer your company towards the goals you want to reach. So give yourself time to do the bookkeeping, and then the bookkeeping will give that back to you. So by understanding what the bookkeeping is doing, you will also understand the reports, and the reports are the ones that tell you a lot of, they can answer a lot of questions that you might have regarding your company, especially if you want to sit with and think, okay, how should I, what type of, what will I charge my customers, for example? Then you can find that information actually in your bookkeeping. So my 3 tips: have a specific bank account for your company. Then you can print that transaction list, and you have all the transactions there, that you will not lose any transactions. You will have it already prepared for you. You don't need to search and remember, okay, I did purchase that there and there, and so on and so on. So make it simple for you. And when you have that list, you go there and find all the supporting documents to all these transactions. If you don't find a supporting document, then you need to create one yourself. And the last tip: give yourself time. Schedule time in your calendar to do the bookkeeping. These are the best tips that I, by experience, know there is. And if you run your company and have use the accrual method, the invoice method for your company, then you need to also find all the invoices that you have received or sent out during this period that hasn't been paid yet. So those you also need to book in your bookkeeping. So that is the difference. You just need to remember those. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.